Hi, this is Ed Fleming. It's November 11th, 2011. I'm going to show you my shop. The area right there is the basement where my shop is. There was supposed to be a dirt floor, and it was a house that I acted as the general contractor on. We started building it in 2002 and finished it in 2005. The basement was supposed to be an unfinished basement with dirt floors. I hauled all my equipment up from Miraloma, California, where it was stored in my business, which we sold in 2005. And the oscillating sander you see there, and the joiner and the planer that you see, I got them basically for nothing. The bandsaw I've had for many, many years. It's a Davis and Wells 20-inch. All of this equipment was kind of rehabilitated and painted. Later you'll see it. I hauled, on Craigslist also, I bought Stanley Vidmar cabinets. They're a great cabinet. The drawers will pull out 24 inches, and they're 24 inches wide, and they'll hold 200 pounds. I bought this lathe for $850 in Temecula, California. Hauled it up, unloaded it with the Harbor Freight cherry picker, which was kind of scary. My wife told me I shouldn't do it. She's absolutely right. But I did it, and no, safely. There's my big Delta saw that I have. There's a cabinet bringing it in from San Diego, I think. And there's this saw and the pieces of equipment getting ready to paint. Putting a motor in a sand deal. Here's all the equipment just stuffed in there, and we rehabbed it, cleaned it, painted it. The floor has been epoxy floor. I have about a 12 or 1400 square foot shop in here. Jorge is building a cabinet that we put all the bolts and nuts that I had stored for years in, and ended up that the Vidmar cabinets are so much nicer that I ended up giving that to a friend of mine. And he's using it and enjoying it. The next picture shows my friend Camarino Santos painting the cabinets for me, and they turned out looking brand new. Nobody knows that they're not brand new. He did a nice job on them. I made a bench for the radial saw and fabricated a plate for it, and the saw is mounted right on that bench. It doesn't take any room in the shop. It works out pretty good. You'll see the next painting. Now there's the floor finished and the cabinets, bench finished, and so forth. It looks really very nice. There's the planer and the sander. Actually, that was a pin router painted. I had a welder for a while. I fabricated a lumber rack with it. I used 8-inch PVC pipe for the vacuum system, and a Clearview Cyclone vacuum system. It works pretty nicely. Not as nice as I'd like it, and I think that's basically my installation is the problem. The Clearview is in a cabinet at the end of the Stanley Vidmar bench cabinet setup. We also put in a big exhaust fan to suck out the fan, and it actually is a very powerful fan. And then I built a router table with a torsion bar top, and it works out pretty good. I'm not really as pleased with it as I thought I'd be. Got to redesign it. I didn't finish the base for it, but it works out pretty well. I've been making boxes for the last 2 years as a hobby, and I started first with the router, which we'll see in a second, on the table router, and it'll show me cutting some crown molding to make the boxes with, and then it shows me routing them. And I've graduated from that to a fixture that I made for the Roebelin saw, which you'll see later. And I wasn't happy with either the table router or this saw. I get too much tear out on them. There's some of the boxes I've made with the old system. I made the second deal I made was this router here, and it worked with the Roebelin saw, and it's pretty accurate, but I still got more tear out than I wanted. And finally, I graduated to a strong horizontal router that I was able to get off of Craigslist. I'm an addict of Craigslist. I got it for about $200, $250, and it does a great job. I now put the detail on the boxes with the diagonally on the table saw by a cove cut, you'd call it. And these are a couple of boxes I made. One of them had a secret drawer in it. This is unloading the Roebling saw. I got that off of Craigslist for $750. We're going to move to Palm Desert. I'm going to have to give up this shop, so I'll be using that in a two-car garage down there. It'll be quite a come down, but I'm getting older anyway, so I guess all is well that ends well. It's a sliding table saw, a shaper, a planer, a joiner, and a mortiser. I've gotten rid of that shaper and the pin router. I do have another pin router now, and so I don't have these two pieces of equipment anymore. There's building a saw table extension for my big Delta table saw, which I'll have to get rid of it too. Anybody out there wants a bargain on equipment, come and see me. This is the lumber storage I built underneath the table. Next is a plywood cart, and then we'll get into some pictures of the shop, which is pretty much as it exists today. There's the lathe, there's the cabinet, which is not on the wall anymore, and the sander, the bandsaw, the table saw, the European bench, the vacuum system, the wood storage on the far wall, and here's a before and after of the paint. These are Home Depot cabinets that we put in. I had to cut them down to make them fit right at the end. Just some different shots of the shop. It's a nice shop, very nice shop. I'm gonna miss it a lot. I built some storage for the lathe that you can't see in that picture. Next we'll come into, this is where my office is. I do my design work in there. To the right is a little bathroom with a urinal and a sink, and pictures coming up of the desk. Desk is suspended from the wall, so you can sweep under it, and I've got these cabinets next to it. It's a nice little office. I enjoy it. Looking out next is the garage. It's a three-car garage, a spacious three-car garage.